Hey, how do I get it? Try slagging it in the gut with a bag full of Michaels. Got a weird headache. Okay, didn't necessarily need that, asshole. Just make sure it's not going on Twitch. Or am I only real? Your audience will see it in a moment. Get ready. I don't want that, though. Can you feel your heart beating me? Advanced options. Added delay. Is this... so it's live. Okay, how do I... What's the address for it, you fucker? I wish you would have warned me. Stream now, beta. Okay. Say something. Link to YouTube gaming. So this is just Yotpo. Okay, so if I put that in, do I see it? Oh, cool. Say something. Link to YouTube gaming. So this is... It fuzzes out. Why is this? This is just Yotpo. Why? Get in. Get in here. We are laughing at that that report about women on internet. Is that the right one? I wish you fucking looked at this before and decided to not make it public right away. You are live. The internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. Okay. Yeah, maximize that chat. YouTube streaming is fucking weird now. Yeah, now. Oh god, what is happening? Okay, so there was this report prepared for the UN, and it was kind of funny, and I kept seeing parts of it, and it was kind of funny, and I read parts of it, and that was kind of funny, but, like, fucking read the whole thing. It's a gold mine. Holy shit. Is everything good? Okay, so we have the... First of all, calling it fucking cyberbugs. Hold on, let's make sure you posted your thing. Can you feel my heart beating? There will be songs here. Here is a stream laughing at words. Let's tell the internet, shall we? Sometimes it helps to understand words if we break them down. Let's do that now, shall we? Okay. Cyber violence. Okay, let's make this big so you can see it. What a cool time. Make the chat big so you can see her. Misogynist leave. UN protect. How can you see how many people are in here? Why is it boobab? Why is this thing so shit? 7. Oh, okay. You can move this. There's a way to live that can make you good. Okay, move the chat up. Just configuring my internet, thank you. Signal strength. How would you describe your urination streams? I'd describe this as a urination stream. Okay, and put that underneath. Yeah. Controls. YouTube is a shithole. Jesus Christ, leave. You're worse than the U-fucking-N. If you came here to be... Okay. Don't say Twitch partners can't stream? Probably. I didn't want to get banned so late in the month to get a head start on October. Okay. A wide call. It's written... Yeah, who... Now they're gonna fucking back off. I wasn't the author of it. I'm not fucked up. Commissioners and experts. Research and compiled by Needy Tandon and assisted by Shannon Pritchard with editorial UN Women's. Okay, so was this? UNADCO put this together. They do not necessarily reflect the views of UN women. Okay, so we've got, check this out. We've got violence against women and girls. We got VOG. We've acronized it. Executive summary. Okay, already we see the violence against women and girls knows our boundaries and so forth, but they're like, yeah, that's bad, but also what's fucked up is the violence on the internet. Using doxing, I'm in love with my internet dads. Okay. Let's just read all of it. Take your time. Profoundly harming victims, people around them, and society as a whole. No income groups. No boundaries, except gender boundaries. Okay. The growing reach of the internet, the rapid spread of mobile information, ICTs. So the internet, communications technologies, like phones and internet. The wide diffusion of social media. Is social media diffused? Various efforts to address VOG. However, they're also being used as tools to inflict harm on women and girls. I wish they just said females. Is that a TERF term? Okay, boob. Okay, new meme. Ice-T did this. Okay, the statistics pose risks to the peace. The statistics pose a risk? Pose risks to the peace and prosperity for all enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations, and in particular to the goals of being inclusive, sustainable. You got two buzzwords already, inclusivity and sustainability. Yeah, the worst part is that CyberVogs isn't green. It's not renewable. As a key to its achievement, there's a race to break up the news as girl after girl and woman after woman has come forward to expose physical and verbal attacks on them. Teenage girls driven to suicide by online trolling. An airline passenger using her cell phone to record and report physical and sexual harassment from a male co-passenger. An actress publicly responding. Oh yeah, that's the Ashley Judd one. Using doxing to identify people for. Is this Kurt Schilling? With obscene. You put Chris Cluey in there. But his teenage daughter. A current Twitter hashtag shows just how rough it is. Okay, okay, so I wish you could click right on there. Let's go. We'll get to the fucking bibliography later. Cause, okay, well you saw that they fucking didn't even put several in there. Okay, well, fucking, one of the references is just, no, we'll get there. 4, Huffington Post, being a woman online really sucks. Is this, this is from May 13th. Is this one of the, okay, no, you're fine. Just relax, you're okay. This is so fucked. It's okay. This is that thing with Google and feminism. No, this is the UN and feminism. And women. It's weird that we even critique things like this, and we're like, we are gatekeeping women's experiences because we know the intentions of these women. Stop teasing us. In theory, it's a good thing to not want to beat women. In theory. What else? How rough women of the global south also experience various acts of cybervog, but these are usually less well publicized. Yeah, they don't even Patreons. High profile incidences? I think you mean incidents. Incidences are rates. Attract public attention and tort law responses. A Twitter troll was jailed in September 2014. A porn site operator was sentenced to 18 years. That's the guy where you could post pictures of your ex-girlfriend naked on his internet. They were suspended from his community college and lost a part-time job with a New York gangster when the doxing. Oh yeah, this one. In May 2015, a Toronto sports reporter was verbally assaulted while broadcasting live at a professional soccer league game. Following public outrage, the main aggressor lost his high-paying job at a public corporation. Why did they have to say public? The sports team also banned 4 of the offenders. It was a guy. There's a woman doing a live news broadcast at a soccer game, and a guy came up and said "fuck her" right in the pussy. And then she asked why he did it, and he's like, "You got to do it." And he's like, "It's not directed at you. It's just funny to say." He's an idiot, but was that violence against her? Look it up. If you look for May 2015, fuck right in the pussy, Toronto soccer, you'll see it. Yeah, City TV. Okay, so high pro so that's violence against women? It could have been a man and he'd say fuck right in the pussy. I wish it turned into fuck him in the pussy. Then you'll be safe. Fully addressed the many degrees of trauma and loss. Women, girls, and children. So young boys even. Routinely exposed to and that go unreported. Just not adult men or teenage men? Just not men. Women, girls, and children. It's weird that they're including that though. It's a problem of pandemic proportion when research asserts that 1 in 3 women will have experienced a form of violence. Well, okay. I think they're trying to fight the claim that feminists of the now don't give a shit about women in the Middle East or places where real feminist issues need to battle. So they're raising their case up to that level and saying we're also facing violence on the internet with people disagreeing with us. So now, yeah, we care about the most pressing feminist issues. Okay, CyberVog could significantly increase the staggering numbers. Reported 70 have already... But the thing is, yeah, it's unacceptable to be mean to people and to threaten women and so forth. Just be real about it. Don't lie! People saying, Anita, where the fucking videos is not violence. If you lied and you got caught, that's not violence when someone says you're a crust. Relatively new. A form of online violence. Online violence! Online violence, though. It's... Oh, God! The sheer volume of CyberVog. Economic implications for women and girls. Not children this time, though. That's fucked up. Threats of rape, death, and stalking put a premium on the emotional bandwidth. Just like the internet is an internet, our emotions are an internet. If I fucking download too much crap, I'm fucked up. You stalked me too much. Oh, can they even see this? Can you not see this page? Yeah, they can see it. I gotta refresh this. Online violence. Okay. Yeah, he's using those online blocks. You can't use these online tactics. We should just play local. What do we got? Costs to societies and economies are also significant as needs for healthcare, judicial, and social services rise and productivity goes down. Well, to be fair, these people didn't usually have any form of employment. I don't think there's too much of an economic bust when Zoe Quinn calls in sick to work. Or Nini. So they spelled it wrong! CyberVag W! Look, you should have taken this and maybe put a different way, like VAGW, and like Control F it and be like, did I spell fucking CyberVag anywhere? Or even just get someone else to read the report! You said a committee wrote this! Where is it? Design concepts? Okay, that's fine, but this report has been written collaboratively. You said several people wrote this and looked over it. You're not making... Women aren't stupid idiots. Women are just people who are not the men ones. You know when people are mean and they're like, girls are stupid, they don't know anything? Girls are just not the men ones, so like, it's just the same. But when when you try to make a special case for women, women are little Dove angels. They get fucked up so easy on the internet. They can't even fill out the reports. Social studies major fills out a STEM report. Our spell checker was a straight white male, so we kicked him out. Yeah, spell check is prejudice plus power. Perpetrators of VOG, not even cyber VOG? Violence against women and girls are and not children this time. Why did they include children that one time? Are rarely held accountable in part due to the relatively low capacity to prosecute offenders online or like in person. There's one they're trying to say this fits in with the UN's doctrines by putting all these quotations from UN himself. Violence is never acceptable. Low capacity to prosecute offenders. Societal barriers, like what? The limitations of legal recourse and other factors hamper access to justice for many women, particularly for girls and women living in poverty. So, okay, violence against women, you won't often face any legal repercussion because they don't have the means to do it. Low reporting and spotted in visual circles. So now we're talking about real violence. So are they going to make the case for... It's bad enough that violence against women, you're not going to see any repercussions, but actually internet violence against women is just as bad because all those reasons now transposed onto this fucking issue. In 1995, less than 1% of the world population was connected to the internet. That number has grown to 40%, with over 3 billion unique internet users, while women are about 25% less likely to have access today. Intel's report, Women in the Web, estimates... Okay, so this is women in the world? 500 million women will go on the internet in the next 3 years? That's... Okay. So, another report on women's access to and use of mobile technology shows a growing gender use gap. It's a wage gap, a thigh gap, a gender gap, which is partly attributable to women's concerns over private... Okay, so women won't use, like, laptops or tablets or phones because of privacy. Oh, yeah, they'll get their naked stolen? It becomes imperative to ensure it's a safe place for both... It's a safe place... both current and future generations. Okay, well, what does this have to do with the respect for and security of girls and women, and not children this time? Must at all times be front and center of those in charge of producing and providing the content. I think the front and center is just them making money, isn't it? Technical background enabling environment of our digital society. Failure to do so will clip the potential of the internet as an engine for gender equality and women's empowerment. Isn't that just kind of like a hoop? It's a snake eating its own ass. If you don't make it good for women, it won't be gender equal. Because the women won't be equal in it? Yeah, I manspread it on the internet. UN peacekeepers incoming. Hide your children. Thank God it wasn't Cybervok. I only got raped. Yeah, well, let's see. Shall we? The increasing speed of the internet frames the urgency for effective legal and social controls on attitudes and criminal behavior online. Like disagreeing? Like violence? Like that's violence, right? As the paper goes to print, Ellen Powell, former... Yeah, she started a dialogue about the tension between balance and freedom with privacy and protection. If you're quoting Ellen Powell, I don't know, dude. Rigorous oversight, enforcement of rules. They're very vague, too. They never say how to actually do these. Just make sure you do them. Rigorous oversight, enforcement of rules banning cybervog on the internet is going to be a Condor sine wave quasar. No, it's not a quasar if it's to become safe. Respectful and empowering space for women and girls, and not children, and by extension, boys and men, boys to men. So, we have to rigorously enforce the rules. You can't be mean to girls to make it safe for girls and also boys. Can't you just say, you can't, let's make it safe? Let's make the internet safe? Or, because you're kind of making a double standard where men are impervious to all this shit. They can just run through there, bullets flying off their awesome metal abs, and women are getting fucked up just looking at a screen. Governments, regulators, business, everyday netizens alike need to demand and act on the basic principle that an unsafe internet arena will mean that women will frequent the internet less free with costly societal and... Yeah, what are those, though? We're gonna lose money if chicks aren't on the internet. Our work to... Yeah, see, they keep quoting that. I feel like I have to keep reminding that... No, you don't. I hate women. Sensitize. Safety and sanctions. The first imperative in eliminating cyber VOG is preventing. Cut the VOG off. Changing societal ads, social and norms is the first step. Violence is not new, but cyber violence is. It sure fucking is. Is it even a week old? And the public needs to recognize this and address it as a priority issue. You have to become more sensitive. Instead of toughen up and it's hard to speak. I got a weird head today. I ate some vast liquid. There was a gray silter in it. Instead of just being like, look, kid, people on the internet are gonna try to fuck you up and call you fag and gay and whatever your sexuality is. They're gonna say you're the opposite and your gender is not what you are and queer bait and all that. Just it's an idiot. It's a person who fucking hates himself trying to hurt people on the internet. Just don't care about it. Who's subtweeting the chat in here? Yeah, exactly. You're a gay fag. Pretty much, you're just gonna always see that, and no one believes you, and you're the worst. Just, it's an idiot. Think of the person writing this, and it's... Anyway. It's like 3 weeks after Halloween, you see a jack-o'-lantern still there. That's like the people trying to hurt your feelings on the internet. They fell down inside themselves. But instead, this is calling for people to become more sensitive and be more hurt by the things you see on the internet. Educating the next generation, both boys and girls, through their parents, teachers, and wider community. Well, parents, as well as the police, and yeah. Police got to get in on this. If someone calls you a fag on the internet, throw the cuffs on them. What was the... Yeah, parents, you're fucked up. Parents are too dumb to figure that shit out anyway. If you're at the point when you got to put shields up on the internet, you're probably fucked. The first thing you got to do... No, okay. And implement safeguards to secure safe online spaces. Like what? What are they actual? I hope they described them. Over the years, traditional violence... They didn't even... What? It's different now? It's not even Vag W, it's just I don't know. I couldn't put the G on it. A traditional VAW safety measures have evolved to include women's shield. Okay, so not girls, just grown women. So let's concede that they didn't fuck up here. In light of the new cyber VOG challenge, the digital world urgently requires safety measures to keep up with the internet. They keep saying the same thing! What are the security measures? The safety measures. Require resources, attention, and... They keep saying the same thing! Look! They gotta be educated, there's gotta be safety measures. Third is a multi-level... I bet I can find right in here what you're gonna fucking say next. Do a control F on Vag, please. Cybervag. Cybervag. They keep spelling it wrong. Okay, it happened at least 3 times. Okay, Cybervag. We gotta inform the police, the justice systems, parents, teachers about this fucking Cybervag. It's fucking up the girls and women. Boys are fine. Children might get it a bit. Okay. Sanctions which address laws. So if you call someone a fag on the internet, then you get internet taken away. Laws as well as the will and ability of the courts and legal to enforce compliance for perpetrators. What are the... Can you just say specifically what the crimes are? Like, if it's saying you are lying about delivering your videos in a timely fashion, is that what you're saying? Or if it's like, I'm gonna kill you. I know where you live and I'm gonna kill you. Or is it that? Which one is it? Is it any of those? Enforce compliance. Yeah, so if you fuck up, we're gonna get you. The next step should be... So make laws where you can't do the action on the internet. I don't know if they know about, like, setting up a thesis and, like, kind of defining your terms and parameters and variables and such. And then kind of elaborating on those points. Or if they're just, like, if this is a stream of consciousness. Is this like a Virginia Woolf novel? Fuck. Sanctions, however, cannot, on their own accord, define or set societal norms. Okay. These broad-based societal action get all stakeholders. That makes me think of stockholders or people investing. But you mean just like people who want the internet. Mere legal reform agenda alone. Okay, so what is this fucking paragraph? If you fuck up on the internet, there should be punishment, but it's hard to say how we're gonna do that, because we can't just, like, affect all societal norms or deter unlawful activity. So we just gotta reform the legal agenda, and actually it's gonna be limited and probably won't work. Vigilance. Free speech online. Vigilance. Protective those use the internet. Okay, just take the time to read this. What the fuck am I looking at? Free speech is a fundamental right, and its preservation requires vigilance by everyone. Free speech online requires the vigilance, particularly of those who use the internet. Like, am I... I feel like I'm asleep still. Like, if you're on the internet, it's particularly applicable to you because of the internet? Is this... Oh, harmful opinions. Welcome, friend. It's just like, this can't just be 3 sentences, so I gotta put something in there. If you use the internet, you gotta help with the internet. If you've never heard of the internet, please do not keep commenting on how we should regulate the internet. If you've never used the internet, please stop. Just wake my mind up, bro. Some suggested establishment. Who suggests this? Citation there. Okay, we'll look at citation 13. Get ready to fucking laugh. Watching online are psychic. Oh, can I? Allow. Yeah. Can I go to it? Is it gonna? Okay. Well. Oh yeah, it's gonna load. It goes to. So this is a link that actually fucking goes somewhere. And right away it quotes. It talks about Jessica Valenti. Jessica Valenti is one of the most successful and visible feminists of her generation. Her face regular. She's also, if you don't know her, I don't really know her. She's one of the stupidest fucking idiots. She wrote this thing saying that men have to stop catcalling women. It's degrading to women. It scares them and so forth. And not too long after that, she wrote about how she missed catcalls from men. Fuck you. Okay, don't look at this right now. Stay. We'll do the citations after. We gotta report to the citation nation. This is... No, just shut up. Just read it. Okay. International... Is this where we were? God damn, we're only on page 3. We're fine. This is a good... No, shut up. Read it. International Human Program for a Safe Internet. So, the Human Rights Council recognition that human rights apply offline as well as online. So, they're saying... Just like whatever human rights are good for the internet too. So like, don't beat anyone. Don't treat them with violence. That's pretty good. And since it's the fucking internet, I think we're doing fine. God. I should have got more wine. International and national laws and transnational collaborative alliances. So do you mean like international? The same fucking thing? are slowly evolving to address. I woke up less than an hour ago. Apologies. Or maybe, I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? I don't think I woke up at all. My forum persona has rights now, yeah. Of cybervlog, but if not dealt with commensurate to the challenge, crimes committed are likely to continue to increase as more of the world goes online. But they said like 500 million women are gonna go online. Are they gonna do some of the crimes? How many men are gonna go online? Is it just gonna be like a minority of men just sniping at a majority of women in the billions? As more of the world goes online, and women never do any of this shit either, right? Women are perfectly pleasant to deal with on the internet. As more of the world goes online and these technologies become more and more a part of everyday... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. Okay, so just as more people go on the internet, there'll be more cybervogs. Okay, and sanctions. You didn't really describe, just like we don't know how to sanction anything, but you need them. It's important. It's imperative. Consistent collaborative action at many levels. What's the lowest level? Failure to address inside solid will significantly impede the digital inclusion of women everywhere. They keep saying that! Talk about the societal and economic bust of not getting as many women on the internet as you can. Inclusion will be impacted because they'll be excluded from the internet. Who wrote this? Okay, it will significantly impede the digital inclusion of women everywhere, putting women at increasing disadvantage for being excluded, for enjoying the benefits. Am I fucked up? If you don't include them, they're gonna fucking get excluded. That's not good. UN Women, gender-based violence being transformed. Again, appealing to a better argument based in reality to try to tie this in with violence on the fucking internet. Readers might broadly agree that society's failure to address gender-based violence and crimes is symptomatic of a wider social failure to respect and honor each other, regardless of sex, age. Culture is the sphere where we socialize ourselves. And the internet global is a dimension of that sphere. So is it... Okay, so they want to say that the internet, because you can be mean to a woman on the internet, that's teaching people that it's fine to be mean to women and then beat women. And I suppose you can make that point if there is fucking nothing else in the world from which to draw your lessons. If it's just... If I looked only at the internet... Well, they want to make the thing, it's a cultural loop, it subtly reinforces harmful societal norms. But I think that's accurate for people who are susceptible. The people who can't fucking ascertain what reality is might for sure look at the internet and see someone being mean to a woman and be mean to women and decide that they want to be mean to women. And commit a VOG. Okay, was it pandemic or endemic, you fucking idiot? As the internet evolves, its social media and networking tools increasingly become an intrinsic part of people. I thought it was getting diffused, though. Norms that contribute to cybervog must be addressed with urgency. A collective global effort led by the United Nations, pillars for 21st century sustainable development. Okay, what is it? It's a sustainable... The global development... What the fuck are you saying? Next 15 years, a goal on gender equality will places women's access to technology for their empowerment as one of the core indicators. All stakeholders. Can you define your stakeholders? Is it just like people who are the internet? But they gotta accelerate the actions to ensure a safer, more secure internet for present and future. One without endemic VOG. But do you mean cyber VOG? You want an internet where women in person aren't beaten. And you're not talking about the fucking cyber VOG anymore? Holy shit. Stakeholders, yeah, they talk about vampire hunters? Did fucking Jonathan McIntosh write this? He loves Buffy. Millions of girls are subjected to deliberate forms of violence because of their gender. Violence includes dehumanizing, aggressive, and harmful acts that are in turn physical, psychological, sexual, and exploitative. Home is a workplace out in the open, and sometimes in the midst of communities. Mob lynching of women, femicide, and the sex and human trafficking trades. It was also a tactic used in war and conflict. Sometimes you just want to have like two things. So you say one thing and another thing. War and conflict. Why couldn't they just say war? Or conflict? The two ideas bounce off each other nice. The wording in this thing is so vaguely written. Yeah, just make a new internet for women. Sexual harassment and domestic violence were broadly accepted as personal practice in private relations up until 4 decades ago. They campaigned to have them culture recognized at the table, as the table below acknowledged it. 25. Where's the Did they actually put the table in here? Is this the table? As the table below shows. I don't think you even know what a fucking table is. 25 years. Okay. As the table below illustrates, the United Nations acknowledged the issues in the. Okay, it's this one, right? I guess it's a table. It is a table. You don't criticize it. That's violent. Table reveal. Okay, just read it. Cybervlog includes... Okay, so this is what Cybervlog actually is. Hate speech, publishing a blasphemous libel, hacking, intercepting private communications, identity theft, online stalking, criminal harassment, and uttering threats. It can entail convincing a target to end their lives. What if they're not convinced? Just trying to convince them? And that's violent? These aren't violence, though. Identity theft isn't violent. Stalking people isn't violent. Well, like, on the internet, that's not violence. Do you know what fucking violence is? Other forms of violence against girls and women. Trafficking and sex trade. Commercialized sex on the internet drive the demand for the sex industry. It also allows traffickers to use the legal aspects of commercial sex. Advertising sex. Okay, what? Like pimping women on the internet? This seems like a different thing altogether. This is like an actual issue, and then unfortunately it's been couched in an idiot's documentary about themselves. Just even to spur female activists. So they really want girls to use the internet, calling for gender equality and broadband. Okay, so what is this? Like, just all over the world, men can get the internet and women cannot get the internet? Like in America and like Belgium and shit, and in Africa and like Manchuria, just anywhere. Like, men can get on the internet and women cannot, and they really need women to get on the internet? I wish you described this thing in detail somewhere. Maybe you're about to. It's gonna transform the lives of millions of women. It's gonna give them access to health and education and income, services, just that. Okay. Age of the social internet. Networks of networks. Digital platforms for violence can now instantly transmit across time and space to billions of people, creating new and false realities. Yeah, I think you live in several of those. There you go with the global... Unchecked, this behavior runs the risk of producing a 21st century global pandemic with... Can you guys read this? I can zoom in more. Oh, no, it's too big. Promote digital inclusion for women. Like, the problem is that women can't get the internet? Is it cell phones? People in Africa need iPhones and shit. Through digital literacy training. Gender sensitive application. Monitor violence against women. There's an app for... when they go online. Fucking weasel words. Yeah, I just... women didn't have the right to internet until 1867. Does she know she's holding a phone? Yeah, I agree that... No, I don't. Take them away. Women leave. You're fucking up my awesome internet. They use these developing nation pictures as an appeal to your asshole. Do you notice any tears in your asshole? Look at this downtrodden woman, when actually we mean rich white women. It's just like when politicians talk about small businesses. This tax incentive is going to help small businesses, when they mean the fucking hugest businesses. And when they say, yeah, think of the children, they mean not the children. Antisocial, aggressive, and violent content and behaviors? Violent content? Mobile internet access means they can come at any time. So everyone can get the internet, and so there's violence towards women anywhere on the internet. From anywhere. Those targeted and directly implicated are getting younger. Children to 5... Yeah! And okay, this is about fucking Sarah Nyberg. Children as young as 5 or 6. What she did was violence against... She did a fucking cybervog. Stalking and disseminating and describing this cousin... disseminating pictures and shit? Yeah, okay. You've submitted a report about your friend Sarah. Sometimes the most extreme context of gang violence. Online crimes are not a first world problem. They seamlessly follow WhatsApp. Latest harassment tool? Yeah, what's that one? WhatsApp. Pornography now lends the hands of any murderer. That's not the same. WhatsApp is not positive. Many women use it for activism. I don't know what WhatsApp is. I'm gonna look at it. Here's where you get detoured, stupid. Just remember it later and then look on the internet for it. Oh, it's a messaging thing? Simple, personal, real-time messaging. Okay, so you just message people, send photos, share locations, group chat. So it's just like a social media thing. It's an IM. Okay. I harassed my mother on WhatsApp. It's a shit social media app. Okay, so it's bad because women... Okay, so people are using it to make porn? Where does that come in? Is porn not a problem? Why are you fucking talking about pornography in this? Okay, so people use WhatsApp and they instant message each other all over the world. It can happen anywhere. And then porn... Why did you fucking say that? Like, okay, I am talking to my friend in India, and suddenly porn from India got to me. Is he, like... Did he take a porn of a girl who didn't want it? Is it, like, the sex trafficking? Or, like... Is it that? Or is it just that porn is bad, and you can... Is fucking Gail Dines part of this committee? Or did they... Okay. I need to get a new entire cup of water. This is exhilarating. They use it for activism. Physical vogue. Yeah, physical in quotations. Yeah, that other fucking violence against women. The lesser... they feed into each other. Yeah, here's where we connect. If you disagree with a woman, that's punching her. That's fucking her up. Abuse may be confined to network technology with vandalism, phone calls, and physical assault. I've supplemented the survival character of distributor. I'm still stuck on that pornography as a thing. Like, unwilling porn, like the revenge porn thing that they mentioned later, is that it? WhatsApp is causing all this fucking porn. International porn. World cinema, am I right? So, okay, what was once a private affair can now... So, they're talking about the Zoe Quinn thing. Can now be instantly broadcast. And that would be terrible what happened to her if she wasn't lying about everything. She's a really scummy person. She treats people like shit. She makes accusations, sexual abuse accusations against people. Anyway, you know all that. So, if Zoe Quinn was a normal person who didn't do all these things, that would be a terrible thing that people were talking shit about her on the internet. It's a well-worn statistic. So, again, like, all these points, in theory, they're good. We don't want women to get fucked up on the internet. Don't be mean to anyone on the internet. Don't disagree with anyone on the internet. There's a well-worn statistic that 30% of all internet traffic constitutes porn. All 80 top-rated porn contain aggressive acts, and 90% of the time, it's directed towards women. Furthermore, we hear about wake-up calls, but people keep hitting the snooze button. Men are more likely to... Okay, so this is where they're getting the porn thing. They're getting... If you look at porn, you want to rape. Why didn't they put their fucking table right where it said, under this is a table? Didn't Broat meet Zoe before IRL? No. Fuck no. I saw her on OkCupid. Secretary's on. I saw her on OkCupid like 5 years ago. Okay, just stay on the task. Empathy for rape victims. Report that it's weird because Zoe Quinn worked as a stripper, and she says she used to be a sex worker, and she took naked pictures for some shitty Suicide Girls knockoff, but she was contributing to the problem, I guess? She was brainwashed and she didn't know. She had internalized misogyny. Denying it, yeah. I'm playing the tiniest cyber violin. Okay. Report believing that a woman who dresses provocatively deserves to be raped. Report anger at women who flirt but then refuse to have sex. Yeah, this is the thing. Men are fucking idiots. But again, they want to overstate some things. But this is the thing with young men. They're fucking idiots. They think they're entitled to shit, or if like you just read it. Largest consumer group of internet porn, 12 to 17? 12-year-olds look at the most porn. So the problem is fucking teenagers, once again. First images and infrared, yeah. This suggests that the first images and infrared surrounding sex that young boys expose... Motherfucker, have you heard of the schoolyard? You hear a lot of shit on the fucking schoolyard. That's where you're gonna hear everything. If your parents are afraid of teaching you about sex, you're gonna be the loser nerd who doesn't know anything, and you're gonna hear about it on the fucking schoolyard. How dare you insult my fucking immaturity by assuming porn is where I first heard about anything sexes. I think we were telling dinky jokes when we were fucking 9 years old. We were saying dirty words. Okay, nah, just fucking stay on task. The key is to focus on prevention. Particularly among young and developing. So you're saying the parents are fucked up, really? The parents couldn't guard their children or make them obedient enough to not look at pornography, or just like teach them about things. Don't be angry at women. Don't be mean to women. Just don't be fucked up. Or they come from shitty houses. Again, this is like a symptomatic approach to a bigger problem, and maybe even a different problem. All porn is violent, yeah. All porn is aggressive, and 12-year-olds are gonna see it and think that's how you treat a woman. Among young children, developing a strategy to invest when you...
What is happening in the world? I don't remember
Shut up!
the entire world being so inept.
I'm gonna
Or
fucking
stupid.
vog
Is there
you.
something
I'm
in
gonna
the water
cybervog
half
you.
the
Shut
world
up!
is drinking? Are half of us only getting enough vitamins to stop our brains from rotting?
Am I
What
fucked
the
up
fuck
thinking
is
this is
going on?
an unusual report? Education. Okay. They think there's like a societal, there's like a counter societal influence that's like, yeah, fuck up women, treat them like an asshole. Instead of like everything in your life that's like, people, be nice to humans. Well, maybe that's not working. That's why we're getting all these VOGs. They actually fucking, they buzzworded it, cyber VOGs, and then couldn't even keep spelling it right. Okay. Employment training and support and effective sustainable funding for positive and expressive outlets of words, art, music. So, if we get kids into music, they'll respect women? Is that it? And art? If they're like doing paintings and sculptures, then they'll... Okay. Industry pointed as a preventative as well as a proactive set of... investing in general... Oh, that's my alarm. Gotta wake up. I'm asleep. They used to call me the sleepwalker. Well, I woke up! Acknowledging VOZ. Really? Okay, so trafficking and sexual exploitation identifying a concern within... Back then, they're like, we gotta stop doing all this to women. And then... Elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. They're like, we really gotta stop doing all this shit to women. And declaration, and then again, they're like, this is how we gotta stop fucking up women. And then there's another one that's like, okay, we really gotta stop fucking up women. Holistic multi-sect, what a nice stream. Primary prevention. Promoting primary prevention. Did you just want to alliterate? These are the ways, these are the recommendations for empowering women and stopping VOGs. Okay. Promoting primary, just stop it from happening. One of the best ways to stop violence against women is just cut it out. Monitoring and national accountability, conducting research, capacity development. What does this fucking mean? Engaging key groups? Like husbands who are gonna beat the women, or like engaging women? Don't get engaged. Coordinate community main strategies and lesson learned for key. Are these just different ways? Do you really have like 2 points and you want to say it a bunch of different ways? Multi-sectoral policies and national plans of action. So like, here's our campaign to raise awareness about how bad it is that women are getting beat. And then, which is good. And then they're like, first, also cut it out. And then secure the fucking budget on it. Just cut the money on people beating women. And then let's get a main strategy. And again, multi-sector and key sectors. And fucking key groups. And are communities part of these fucking sectors? Also, let's... And then just like, did you fucking follow our steps or not? Okay, I have to fill my water up. 1 sec. Okay. Again, I feel like I have to remind, just like those disclaimers, I'm not racist, but we want this. We don't want women to get hurt. But can we do a real thing and not just like a self-aggrandizing thing about like what's the thing the rooster does about puffing his chest up about like, yeah, we're gonna fucking protect women. Also, please stop disagreeing with me on the internet. That's fucking up women. We did some good solid work here. All the platforms used to commit so again, is this just like this? These are real life VOGs. This is how you stop them. Social violence. Social violence. Hold on. Social violence. So okay, all the platforms used to commit cyber VOG, like mobile game phones. Well, yeah, and like a video game and like the internet and social media. We have to understand them and address them in the context of multiple trends in social violence, whether committed on the streets, in communities, or in the homes of families. Whether disseminated by the tradition... What the fuck? What does this sentence mean? Okay, we have to understand... So like harassing and stalking?
She can Ira my winkler if you catch my cum shot. Seriously though, play some videos games, you fucking raisin.
There won't be any. There's only Vogs here. The time to act is now. Thanks, Mojo Rising. The use of computers and information is not new, so what has changed? Some of the media sensational, hyper-focused in the sense that online bullying is for all intents. You should have wrote intensive purposes. Immune to accountability. Stop calling it trolling. It's abuse. It's vlogs. Yeah, self-vlogging. I agree. Cyber vlogs and physical vlogs. Violence has spread onto virtual platforms and online space where internet glow and compounds. Okay, so violence. Violence is going onto the internet and making it worse. It compounded. The violence got worse on the internet. Like, holy fuck. Oh, this is a continue. Okay, because this would be at the bottom of the booklet, and this would be a continuation of the table. Are being misused
I'm
by
going
both
to call
women.
Google and the UN, and
Shut
they're
up!
going to invite me to their offices so I can eat lunch with them. You are going to be DMCA in jail.
I love being in jail. Okay. Losers on Twitch looking for where the stream is. Life is violence. Okay. They're being misused by both men and women to assert dominance. Okay, so they're saying women are also part of it. They clearly facilitate acts of violence, sexual and other offenses, both online and offline. Okay. The internet clearly facilitates acts of violence online. You haven't demonstrated how it clearly does acts of violence online. You fucking idiot. I'm about to commit an act of violence on the internet right now! Easy access to victims for trafficking and other forms of... Okay, so like, if I wanted to traffic victims, is that easy for me? Okay, so they're getting rid of violence towards women, violence and conflict, and they're getting rid of violence. And that, because they did this also counts. Like, dude, we're way behind on the cyber vlogs, though. You did all this, but you didn't get rid of violence on the internet. Facilitates sexual offenses online. I can see that, like child pornography and posting pictures of people naked who don't want pictures of themselves naked on the internet. The internet facilitates that. It doesn't facilitate. Well, it's like if someone was on Facebook and they're like, I'm gonna be at the buffet at 3:30, so you know they're gonna be there and you can beat them up. It facilitated that, but it didn't facilitate acts of violence online, though. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. You council of fucking idiots? The perpetuation of negative and harmful stereotypes of girls and women. This is a perpetuation of exactly that! Women can't even spell shit right! They got beat up on the internet! Negative notions of masculinity. Okay, so underlying how easy it is to use the internet to beat girls up is... Holy shit. Potential to broadcast cyber violence and hate... Like, streaming it? And hate crimes against women is particularly noticeable. It's exponential. Unprecedented. So it's everywhere. People are broadcasting... Like, what? Is it, like... Oh, they mean, like, YouTube videos? Like, yeah... Is it time corrosive and vitriolic? No, sometimes the fucking hate crimes are awesome. It represents the very worst of mom and perceived safety in numbers. They mean Gamergate. A team sport with posters vying to outdo each other and fortunes compared to men. Women who are active on social and in the blogosphere receive more threats, comments that directly attack their gender, their safety, and their very right to express opinion in male-dominated spaces. I believe that. I would love to see men. I'd love to see men. The 5 P's of due diligence prevents violence against women, protect women from violence, protect from women violence, violence protect women from. Prosecute and investigate incidences of violence against women, punish them, provide. Okay. Due diligence. Gender-based violence has multidimensional. Yeah, it's tied in with string theory. Social expressions and implication chronically endemic. Is it endemic or pandemic? Because we got a lot of those, and sometimes it's a VOG, sometimes it's a cyber VOG, sometimes it's the VOG. Yeah, you get beated in. You get violenced into the internet when you join. You gotta violence a girl. Okay, so we can't describe all this shit on the internet, in this paper, on the internet. Cyber manifestations of VOG is not an issue of importance only to girls and women. This paper focuses on girls and women. Okay, as a particular segment of society that's... Is this redundant also? Women are being targeted as a particular segment of society because of their particular... Does that make sense? Because they're women, they're being attacked as women. Society as a whole has a poor track record of addressing the harms primarily suffered by females. Injustice rape rate is compounded by the injustice of official neglect and the different. They're making it sound like there's never any justice. Situations are growing threat. If I want, yeah, they're putting words like this, like rape and stuff, to try to get your mental ties going. That you can get raped on the internet and beat up and shit. If you rape a woman, you'll probably get away with it, and that's pretty much how bad it is on the internet. Someone trolled me on my Facebook and got away with it, so you can kind of see that link there. Situate the... Again, are you just fucking... You've got a fucking circle. Are you just saying the same thing? Define key... There's the 5 Ps. 2 of them are the fucking same. Due diligence. Public sensitization. But again, I agree with this. There should be things... It's worth making the effort to tell people, don't fucking... Just pay attention to what you're doing. Don't be mean to people on the internet. Don't be mean to women on the internet. Maybe you've got a hole in your human being that you're trying to fill by being mean to others, when really you should maybe talk to a doctor, get some counseling. I think that's worthwhile. I don't think disagreeing with someone on the internet is violent! I just wanted to yell it because I heard someone in the hall. The paper highlights the need for change on all levels. Okay, what are all the levels, though? Frame the societal concerns, ramification, postulate the necessary... Is this just the same shit you said already? They're doing the thing... Okay. On ghost hunting shows, they have this formula where, like, some fucking producer will throw a rock off camera at a wall, and then the guys on the camera, the ghost hunter's like, oh shit, did you hear that? I think I heard something. And they'll go and investigate and fucking dick off around and be like, yeah, I think someone knocked this thing down. I don't know if I heard something. And they're all like, oh, I don't know. I think something happened. And by the end of the fucking episode, they're like, okay, let's recount what happened. That ghost knocked that brick down in that one room we saw. A ghost ran up the stairs. By the end of the episode, it's all for sure things that happened. This is what this paper is like. It's giving little stems of an idea of women getting fucked up on the internet, and then later they're like, yeah, so we proved women are raped and there's violence on the internet, and here's some guidelines about what we're gonna do. You didn't prove anything. You don't define anything here. You just draw. You say like rape. A lot of people who rape often aren't punished, and then you're like, yeah, and women pretty much have it really bad on the internet. Like it's weird when you get like trolled on the internet. No one's published. I'm publishing an anthology of my best trolls. Join others in raising the alarm and driving an urgent call. So is it the social? Is it social violence? Is this outrage culture? Everyone join in and decry the shit what went down. Someone called Anita a liar. You're so articulate. Yeah, I got this new medicine for my balls and ass, and I think it fucked me up. I woke up feeling weird. Oh yeah, it makes your mouth dry, but it's fucking my brain up. I'm slurring more than normal. The objective is not to drive perpetrators and predators further underground. Into the undernet, for instance. Into the undernet, for instance. Into the undernet, for instance. Do they mean like Tor and shit? Into the undernet? Well, define that. What's the fucking undernet? Did they say it again? No? Is this a Jade Home thing? There's a fucking series of tunnels under the United States that trucks... It's an IRC network. Yo, all that bad shit happens in this one IRC channel. Bomb the internet. Why don't we just fucking take care of the internet? Why is this not a priority? And all this symptomatic shit when this is the source of the problems. Further underground to the internet. But and then they just leave it. it's like someone's like a guy broke into my house and I woke up and I got downstairs right as he's running out the door. And I didn't want to chase him because he might run away in that giant ball shooting bullets that goes up and down my street. There's a giant metal ball flying, shooting fire and bullets. If he gets into that, he's pretty much safe. So I didn't call the police. I'm probably just gonna leave it. So I'm just gonna lock my doors and see. What's the fucking giant ball on your street shooting people? You can't just say a fucking insane thing and not describe it. The undernet, for instance. Okay, punitive systems with incentives to change behavior through prevention. Neighborhood watch. Okay, so people should be more watchful and like call out when someone's being mean. Is that it? This graphic provides a high-level view of the complexity and interdependence of issues dealing with cyber. It's a fucking circle. You know that little recycle thing with the arrows going in a circle like this? This is a high-level view of the complexity. Look how complex it is. Okay, so cultural norms. People think it's okay to talk shit to a girl, and the internet governance. Cybervog is a systemic concern. This is a high-level view! Due diligence project has evolved from CEDAW. Advocate of the 5 Ps. So, they don't want women to be hurt. Stop getting women hurt. And cybercrime and fraud? Like what? Like stealing your credit card is violence? Like just... It's a fan. National laws. Internet... Okay, so they make laws on the internet. Okay, so culture and norms dictate we gotta make laws. You can't be mean to a girl. You cannot disagree with a girl or you get no internet. And then they're like, okay. National laws. If you are mean to a girl on the internet and you get your internet taken away, you also go to jail. And then cybercrime, they start breaking that law. What the fuck is this? They break the law and they commit fraud? They fucking also stole my credit card. And that came out of the laws because that's now illegal. I was mean to the girl and now I was a fraud, and then human rights come out of that. It's a systemic concern. How does fraud specifically target women? I think the UN has to. Okay, no, you're fine. I love that they said this is a high. No, they saw it. It's a high level. I love you. I love you. What the numbers tell us. Okay, let's talk stats. This is a long report. It's a pandemic in. They put the quotation mark the wrong way. Pandemic in Europe. They put it on the in. It's abbreviating in. Is it bin or something? Pandemic bin Europe. Where 62 million or 1 in 3 have suffered from violent acts since the age of 15. This pandemic. Why did they put it in like single quotation marks also? It's very much evident around the world. Okay, so what? It's in Europe, but it's also a pandemic around the world. So why did they talk about Europe? Because that's the only one that has a stat. Also, where's... Oh, this is a citation for that? Pandemic bin Laden. Is manifest on discernment... Prevalence... Intimate partner along... Yeah, women deal with men who, beat them. Well, I guess they're scared. Men threaten them. There should be a way that you can send a secret message to the police to be like, this guy's fucking me up. And then they come in, they're like, we're busting your ass. And then it turns out he just didn't agree with her on Facebook. Women always lie. Men never do anything. They should give sainthood to all men. That's why when you finish praying, you say all men. Prevalence of... This tells us there is nothing inevitable violence. Okay. I wish they said VOG. Its levels are not fixed and can be altered. It's not a fixed rate. You're not always going to get a fixed rate of women facing violence. The use was dismissed at Oliver Squirrel. Technology journalist. Just, I don't know. It's a girl, dude, so we put it in. Fra. Published results of her on Voss suffer internet work and internet as well, surprisingly. This is the best resolution you could get for this fucking thing? Look at the compression. Or even redraw it if you're gonna... From Pew Research... Survey? Internet Project Library Survey? I have to look it up. Is that... Did they mean survey, or is the thing actually called survey? I made a fucking sorbet out of these stats. Pew Research Center's... Internet Project... No, they mean fucking survey! Internet Project Library Survey. I thought things were gonna die down and maybe we'd only get 3 pages in, but it keeps getting better. Why didn't you spell check? Internet! Why didn't you spell check? Holy shit. Internet Project Library Survey. Now I want to look at these carefully. Internet users interviews were conducted in English and lowercase Spanish and on landline and cell phones. The margin of error for result based on internet user. You spelled it right there. You didn't capitalize Spanish. You fucking idiot. You fucking primate. Why could you not... Internet sorbet. Hey Deborah, write us a thing. Honestly, I'd punch this chick in the face on the internet. Throw the cuffs on, I'm guilty. Countries with high... okay, so non-fatal acts of violence take part in women and children. 1 in 4 children has been physically abused, 1 in 4 girls sexually... Okay, so these are real-life acts of violence. Or acts of violence. 4 billion people now use the internet. Didn't they say 3 billion people use the internet? With over 3 billion unique internet users, but now it's like close to... Well, you're right, it is over 3 billion. Where's the other one? Close to 4 billion people. So in the space it's taken you to read a couple pages, almost 1 billion people joined the internet. India has the lowest penetration rate. Damn. Mobile web access. Cybervog around the world. How many are using the undernet? Yeah, you're right. Count all the spelling mistakes. That would be pedantic. Percentage of women who say the internet provides them with more freedom. Okay, so does 15% of these women receive less freedom using the fucking internet? Are they the traffickers? They're the trafficked that we've heard about. They're internet slaves. Are they on the undernet? Percentage of each gender who use the social networking sites. Abused online. Is that women who are abused who use the internet, or women who have received abuse through the internet? Please, how do I make sex out of woman on the internet? Women are 27 and more likely to be on. Again, why did you use such a low-res image? Just render one that a fucking human being can read. Online harassers, fucking spelt wrong, are more likely to be men. 9 million women have experienced a form of serious cybervog since the age of 15. Serious being what? Like, someone stalked her and, like, post her address and stuff? Heightened risk of cybervog. Are any men at the risk of cybervog? Feminine usernames receive more online threats than masculine users. Emerging hubs of cybercrime. Viral rape tapes on the rise? Yeah, it's fucked up. So what? Like, not only do they rape you, they put the video on the internet? In, like, Kenya and shit? Or is this just, like, pornography? 1 in 5 women feel the internet is inappropriate for them. Like, what? Oh, this isn't for me. This is, like, communicating with anyone across the world, or, like, access to information, or playing video games, or whatever. That's not for me. Is this these women? Or just, like, 1 in 5 women at all? Is it the women who are on the internet, or just, like, 1 in 5 of all women? Because you said... What is it? Yeah, is this the 1 in 5? They feel it's not for them? I'm not gonna get more. It's just 2013. What's the study? Is this cited anywhere? They're just like, oh, that's okay. Yeah, in 2013, that's when it was. Networked intelligent. Okay. Yeah, you're so eager to naysay. Well, let's see you make a fantastic research paper like this, you fucking bastard. Opinions on the internet agree versus average of 17 countries. Okay. The internet gives me greater freedom. Like what? Can you define freedom? And like how you increase the freedom? 9% were like, this isn't giving me greater freedom. In fact, it's taking my freedom away. The internet is a safe place to express my opinions. The white space in chart represents depends and don't know. This is not white, you fucking idiot. Asked of half samples. The white... Do they mean like the blank space in between? Shit. More women play video games than ever before, but women talk about video games on social media, fake criticism. While men largely... have you discussed Dark Souls while being a man anywhere? 50% of the gaming audience made of women. Pew Research Center survey conducted in... Some are using social networks. Use SNS... Total SNS? What the fuck is that? Social media? Social networking sites. Okay. As the social internet continues to grow exponentially, it's always impossible to monitor and control illegal and harmful content. Billions of users. 50% of internet users using it. YouTube is using it. WhatsApp. Yeah, are they... Again, you said in India. In India, all this fucking porn is going on WhatsApp, and it's raping women. Aww. Don't be mean to her. are heightened risks for being exposed to a very type of cyber vag W. I realize you can switch the places, but why not stick with the order you've been putting them in the whole time? Because I'm forced to think that this is a spelling fuck up. Has becomes? Where is that? It has becomes almost impossible to monitor and... Jesus fucking shit. They just wrote it and then here it is. No one read it after. No one spell checked it. It's just someone wrote it and here we are. There she blows. There becomes? Is that a thing? You're talking shit. Becomes? Yeah, I know you're fucking talking shit to me. You got an ugly attitude too. Not escaping high rates of other like physical threats. Uniquely likely to experience stalking, sexual, or anyone else not escaping the high rates of... I wish they said in concrete terms, how do you stop these things? Instead of just fucking vague, multi-sectoral, key sectors are gonna balance the budget on the fucking thing. Just like if police have to learn that it's a threat and how to deal with it. If someone's cyber stalking you, which again, Stephanie Guthrie, the Toronto feminist, said that was happening to her, but she was trying to lay a trap with her friends and get this guy to disagree with her on Twitter, and then he did, and then she took him to court, and that counted as cyber stalking, even though she was stalking him. So like stalking like what? Just like looking at a bunch of your profiles and just like checking in on, did you get your cauldron? No. Just like checking in a lot on, it's just like people reading your status updates that you wish didn't read it. Not just following you around. In the EU 28, 18% of women have... What is the EU 28? Only the 28 best countries. 18% of women have experienced a form of serious internet violence since the age of which corner... It's like, what? Serious internet... Could you say what it was? Was it this? Is this internet violence? They don't tell the entire story, however. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Kenya also tapped in on that shit. We got... Kenya, women are getting fucked up on their phones. Why are they citing India and Kenya so much? Why don't they cite America? Yeah, what if you have Google Alerts set up to do not notice the percent? Oh, percent. Sometimes I put it like that. If you have Google Alerts set up, so whenever someone says your name, you get a little notification. Are you being stalked? Only 35% of... Yeah, how come they're using double quotation marks now? Have reported about their victimization. Percent... I'm unaware of the fact that they've been victimized. Have been aware... What? A lot of women get violenced on the internet and don't even know it. Like 20% almost. 1/5 of women in India got fucked up. They got beat up on the internet and didn't even know. Are you fucking serious? 35% of women have reported about their victimization. 46.7% decide not to report. And 18.3% have been unaware of the fact that they've been victimized. Okay, of what? Of cybercrimes and bullying? I got bullied and didn't even know it. Is that bullying then? You fucking idiot? If I don't look at this chat and you guys are like, you're a fucking idiot, and then I come back and I continue the chat and you guys are the usual, I want to suck your ass and bake your titties. Did you bully me when I didn't see you said you wanted me to die? Yeah, and again, women equality is really good. We want that. We don't want stupid people gatekeeping it, though. People want to push their own shit. Like the literally who's. I'd like to suck your ass and bake your titties. Welcome to the undernet. Yeah, on the undernet you get bullied and don't even know. You could be dead on the undernet. You don't even know yet. Wait till it comes to the surface. You find out you've been dead 7 years. As the ease of connectivity increases worldwide, so the reach of violence. Citation needed. These statistics underpin the urgent need to well, they don't really! They said 1/5 of the people didn't even know they got beat up on the internet! What if we just increase the statistics so no one knows they got beat up on the internet? As the internet increases across the world, more people are gonna have no idea they got bullied on the internet. You fucking idiot. Holy shit! How is this real? I love you. Dude, you're awesome. I want to kiss you. Polls across Senate revealed a growing sense of insecurity amongst users. Probably because they're... No, just go. So two of the underpinning of modern democracies are at risk. Money is seen as free and fair and necessary for... The internet is a safe place. Are outnumbered who some statistics about safe places. Yeah, Nigeria is a... Some of these aren't even fucking democracies, so I don't know what you're... Peru... Yeah, I wish you defined what you meant by greater freedom. People in China do not report a strong sense of increased freedom from using the internet, with a narrow majority agreeing with the same... Yeah, I don't feel more free on the internet. Why? Because, like, there's censorship and you can't look at a lot of things, or, like, your life is already really good, that this isn't adding a big margin of freedom? The counter evidence. Does it give you more freedom, or is it liberating? You're a fucking idiot. I love you, dude. Harassed, stalked, bullied, and threatened with impunity, the liberating and safe aspects will never sink. It's already turning away women. But you said 350 or 450 million women are going to join it, though. So 500 million women are going to join in the next 3 years, but it's turning women away. It's making all the good women leave and all the shitties stay, because you're just too shitty to even harass. Twitch has a creative section. Yeah, even that might get you in trouble. Bridging the gender gap. Mobile... Okay, so this is... So they're giving mobile phones to address violence against women and girls. As well. Full cerebral. So if you're being beaten, you have a phone? Okay. This box will show how it helped it. Women feel safer with a mobile... Oh yeah, if something's gonna happen, they can call the police right away. Is that it? But even with domestic abuse? Urban public spaces. Yeah, if something's gonna happen when you're in an urban space and you have a phone, that helps it. Without connection to the internet, what makes internet-based unusable to them? Thanks for the citation. Fluidity of mobile phone sharing and related challenges. Don't fucking say that phones are too hard for women to use. Just like women are equal to men, but Mirror's Edge was too difficult for women to play. They fear the online environment, tracking and some mobile this fear can be real, perceived, or used as a scare tactic. Okay, so they'll say the camera will always see it and scare women into not using phones? Wait, are you being bullied without even using the internet? These women are being bullied without connection to the internet. They have access to basic mobile phones. You can just call. Are they getting cybervogs too and they're not even on the internet? Understanding, lack of awareness. Yeah, no shit. Empowerment. Being tracked, re-victimized. Just make them better at phones. We got a schedule to keep here. We got a lot of material to cover. I think we have a different problem than cyberbullying. Yeah, this is... What the fuck is this? They're talking about women just using mobile phones and not using the internet, and they're getting fucked up too. Is that an internet issue? The cyber nature of VOG. Defining... Okay, good. This probably should have came a lot earlier. Violence against women is any act of gender-based violence. Violence? Okay. Violence against women is defined as gender-based violence. Psychological harm or suffering to women. So... Okay, but it's saying violence that results in this. Violence against women is defined as violence that results in these. Violence isn't violence that's on the internet. Because it's not violence. Literally that. Coercion or arbitrary deprivation of liberty in private life, I see. So they want to stretch that to mean internet. Dowry-related violence. Cyber is usually captured different ways. Okay. Cyber violence makes... Vol learning. Hacking. Okay, good. Impersonating someone is violent? I hope ISIS revolutionizes the West. So if you hack into someone that's violent, to assume the identity of the victim or someone else in order to embarrass and shame them, contact them, or create fraudulent... that's violent. Surveillance? Oh yeah, like keyloggers and watching their internet. GPS, that's violence. Harassment, or spamming them. Recruitment? Oh, I see. Threatening to or leaking intimate photos, videos, using technology as propaganda tool to promote violence against women. Revenge porn. Okay, so what is the fucking thesis of this? Again. Because we talked about women in, like, the Middle East who have phones with no internet on them, so they can call the police if stuff happens to them. So, like, that was part of this. And we talked about Kenya and India a bunch. And we talked about shit from 1998. Public in the world. This is like a crime in itself. This isn't fucking violence, though. Non-consensual pornography. Sexting. There's a gendered expectation for girls to provide nude images. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Don't send pictures of yourself naked to anyone. It'll go far. Being blamed for the violence done to them? For the violence! Like, your nudes being shared, and that's the violence? Most blame for abuse standards are out in our... No hope, no support at all. I was being told being online is risk, being harassed is my own fault. You should trust the person you're sending nakeds to. It doesn't excuse them sharing it, but... Holy shit, dude. Are you a fucking idiot? Think about what if this person shared it with more persons than himself. Do I trust him to not do that? Too late, I showed him. Pimps to violate laws permitting sexual exploitation. Maybe that's why the Toronto Nymphs got shut down. Automation, accessibility. Abuse can be done without physical contact, action at distance. And this is violence too, right? Anonymity, you had to fucking describe that? Mainstreaming of pornography does not mean the exploitation or abuse of misogynistic images. Then advantage. Okay, again, you're talking about the pornography. Can you define your shits on that also? Because of cheap actors. Women traffickers. Okay, so women are getting trafficked. People on the internet are coordinating. I saw Seth Rogen. Yeah, Seth Rogen's an idiot. Why did he fuck up so bad? People are being trafficked on the internet. They can coordinate and be like, do you want to buy some of these women I've stolen? And then a guy will buy them and use them for pornography or also a sexual intercourse. And that, I think that's the closest it comes to cybervog. That's using an internet to fuck up women. Why isn't this whole paper about that? Why is only this about that? Copenhagen. 200,000 boys and girls are kidnapped in China every year and sold online. Cybervog. Check. Okay, so we're going into weird shit like this. Oh, 5 characteristics that distinguish cybervog. Okay. Dude, we're witnessing a broader pool of perpetrators and targets. I think this thing could be like 2 pages long if you just were concise in what the fuck you're trying to say. Can I buy women with bitcoins? Literally, yes. Okay. He for she, and she was meant by online attacks. Yeah, it was violence. Surveillance, abuse, storage, difficulty in tracking, and character cars. Okay, and Sarah Nyberg doesn't apply to any of this. Cybervog target. Okay, Amanda Todd, cyberbullying, age of victim. Oh yeah, didn't she kill herself? Wasn't that not the case though? Let's see it. Was that the Instagram thing? Amanda Todd. Returned. Blackmailed into. Oh shit. She was blackmailed into exposing her breast via webcam. She was bullied and physically assaulted. So there was a combination of things. It wasn't just that she was. Oh yeah, was this the thing? Because it turns out a lot of these cases, they're not looking at the comprehensive picture. They say someone was mean to her on Facebook and she killed herself, but really there's a lot of stuff. Victim of child pornography. They're unaware of a procedure for reporting interviews. Oh, in Congo? Sucks. Rete? Committed suicide. Canada's killed themselves. Gang raped by classmates and photographed. But this is like real violence. Cybervog targets. This is part of the picture. If you took out the Cybervog thing, the Vog would still be a thing. And again, I don't think this is fucking violence. That, it's not violent. It's a different crime, you idiot. Cyberstock. Oh, Zoe Quinn's on there. Target of game rape, suffered harassment, including doxing, rape threats. What? Why did this have to be mentioned? See, this is worse than suicide. Age 28, USA, Canada. Why is she on there? Everyone knows. Okay, I think people harass Zoe Quinn and were like, I want to kill you. You're shit. I'm going to cut your head off. But also, she has lied about it a lot. She has, for years, she has said, anytime something comes up, she's got some boyfriend she wants to get rid of and get everyone to hate. She says that he pulled some shit on her, and he gave her phone number to a bunch of his friends so they can harass her. Because she knows if they're like, if she's like, yeah, his friends are harassing me, they keep emailing or posting on Facebook, her friends will be like, oh shit, that's disgusting, let's see it. And she doesn't have screenshots or the links to show. So if she says someone called and jacked off on the phone, no one's going to be like, yo, play me that call, because you don't know when you're going to get harassed on the phone to record it. So she's been doing this for years. Every time her ex-boyfriend or ex-guy tells his friends to fucking call her and harass her. So it's like, if someone, you know what it's like. Why do you receive harassment and also lie about receiving more harassment and keep like self-aggrandization about harassment, like, yo, I'm getting harassed in here. Why? Why if you're why? We all know you're lying. So then people are like, you're fucking lying, and here's the proof, and she's like, you're violent to me on the internet. And then documents like this come out. We gotta stop women getting beaten up on the internet. How deep do you know about the Toronto indie scene? Not a lot. Unfortunately, too much. Okay, so that one guy, I don't know. Well, that's a different stream, but she was fucking all these other guys. She's been doing this for years. She fucks all these guys to get positions, or like, she was fucking this editor-in-chief of Toronto magazine. About hobbies, let's say. And suddenly she gets a writing position with that, well, just like a freelance writing gig with that magazine. And then suddenly she's worn out her usefulness for that guy. And then suddenly he pulled her elbow really hard and dislocated her shoulder, and suddenly is giving her number to his friends to harass her. And suddenly she needs that fucking They Bleed Pixels guy to white knight her and save her life. And then suddenly he's harassing her too, and giving her phone number out to his friends Anita! To also harass her. And then suddenly in Boston, another ex-boyfriend comes to her house with a gun, even though she has a restraining order against him, and she calls the police and they knew nothing. And then suddenly he breaks into her house and writes, "I will always love you," in blood or something on the wall. Who is the one line? Aaron Joni, who fucking has a history of none of these, or Zoe Quinn, who has done all of these for like fucking 10 years? I just got home from fucking my GF, no joke. So anyway, we know you're fucking lying, and that's why we see through things like this. If you're part of anything, there's a chance you're not being completely truthful. Technology-based violence? Like what? Like cyborgs beat her up? As revenge for a decision to end her marriage. Technology... Do you mean like a harassment thing? And people like doing actual things? Or do you mean like she got punched on the internet? It's not violence! Gender violence, not clear, no help or attempt to take the false page. Oh, in Colombia, it sucks. What a shithole. Sexist harassment, including rape and personal web pages, were hacked. Were they? Her web page was hacked? She was sent images of herself being raped by video game characters? Also, well, also, she's 33! That's terrible! Age of victim, 33. Anita Sarkeesian is 33 years old. I love you, dude. I love you, dude. Jonathan McIntosh, I think he's turning 37 this month. Death and rape threats. But again, these things are fucking unacceptable. Grow up, losers. You're gonna threaten people on the internet because something you don't like happened? And that's the thing. There should be a thing where you can get rid of people like this, or close their accounts, or like, if it's serious, you get the police after them. But then people like this who lie about shit like that, fuck you, loser. There's actual victims out there, and you're a piece of fuck. Public violence of a fake profile. Public violence, like, she was beaten in public, or do you mean Okay, and then genderit.org. What the fuck is this? Or do you mean like someone wrote something mean on her Facebook? Genderit. I lie on the internet. That's violence. A case cipher from Democratic Rambo. Reputation destroyed. Okay, so someone. So. Okay, well, this is a different thing. Leak nude. Okay, what's this? First is a continuate. Emma Watson. She was met by online attacks. So Emma Watson said a thing at the UN, and they tried to show pictures of her naked, and even though it was a hoax, the threat still exists. Well, people like Gawker disseminate naked pictures, and then they're like, don't disseminate naked pictures. Like the fappening, they're like, don't. But then Hulk Hogan, they're like, do. Check out this loser fucking someone. Don't look at these naked women, though. Why do you do both of those instead of saying it's okay to show some nakeds and not some other, or not, and you know. We'll show pictures of you naked if you speak against misogyny. You know, one experience that related VAW against the backdrop of cyber. Yeah, can you explain what fucking fraud has to do with this? Cybercrime is pervasive. This is a dense. This is bulletproof. This is bulletproof. There's stem the tide of attacks. Limited effect. So far, nothing is able to stop all this violence on the internet. They collaborate and they use their phones and they move things on the cloud. They put it on the cloud. They digitize a thing. They move to smart grid technologies. And embracing workforce mobility alternatives. Africa is not being immune to it. A lot of shit goes on there. Mobile phones are most commonly used to perpetrate cyber violence. Viral rape videos. Yeah, like, this seems like a very legitimate and urgent thing. And it's weird that it only gets a wee mention. Aside from, like, to cyberstop. Okay, like what? They location. Yeah, like, this is fucked up. They take a picture of persons and tag them with a GPS and say this person's here if you want to fuck them up. And document someone's movement. You're not allowed to do it, but somehow criminals keep doing it. It's a potential engine of equality. Yeah, deploy the APC. Do them. And like-minded... Okay. So, again, we got, like, this fucking tangent of, like, in Africa, dude, have you fucking heard about this? They're taking pictures of chicks and tagging the location, and they stalk them. Yeah, that sucks. Is this like 3.3 of your fucking document? What's the rest of your document? Does it have fucking anything to do with this? A multi-level approach. Yeah, let's talk about this multi-sectors. Yeah, so we got this again. So that was kind of their thesis being splayed out. Was it? And this is the thing? No, there's like, here's how we're gonna do it. Focusing... It's just say it! How do you do it? You get a citrus twist on that, and we get rid of all that shit. Okay. You tell people it's fucked up to be mean to girls, and you police to integrate the cybervog into all criminal training. And if you're being mean to girls and saying, I'm gonna kill you, then the police no, you shoot that guy. Minimize it and monitor? So, like, ISP should now fucking monitor if anyone's being mean to girls? Promote due diligence and duty to report abuse. That should be a thing anyway. If someone's a fuck up, then you should be able to put something through the internet, a bomb through the internet that just blows them up. Make laws. Well, isn't that the same as the police? Sensitization. It just seems like you wanted 3 S's and you wanted 4 P's and 8 A's and shit. Women only know alliteration and little rhymes and acronyms. Dumbass girls. Boys and girls, through their parents, teachers. Okay, so again, you're just saying more words on the stuff you already said. Culture is the sphere when we socialize ourselves. The internet, global in its reach, is a dimension of that sphere. The Canadian Women's Foundation. Even years after 10, what students experience long-term benefits are better dating relationships, the ability to recognize and leave it unhealthy. I think we have to reform schools into not being so fucking useless. And it can, of course, encompass things like this. How to just be nice to be nice. I told you, I took the medicine. Just fucking be nice to each other. And if someone's not like you, just either like learn about that or just fucking care less. If someone's like, I love to go on Facebook. Yeah, I hate Facebook. Yeah, well, you're probably so fucking dumb. Just like, yeah, I don't care. We're different. That's fine. So yes, I agree that all this is a lot of words for not really saying much. Ava awareness. Again, this is like this is the same as that fucking timeline in that table. Let's Talk Men is a film series launched in what? And they're talking about India and Kenya. In India, cost action on cyberbullying. Heart mob. Blue hair leave. Panoply. Kind of fucked your formatting there. Including Nissan threatened to pull their advertisements. The glorified or trivialized violence against women. Digital literacy towards women. Okay, well, these are just like Mozilla. They're teaching women how to use the internet. They have the skills and capacity to understand how to fight it. You're so vague about things. You just want to say like these elaborate, lofty words about not really anything. Amanda Hess. So they quoted her, and then they're like, "Oh, also, yeah, she's with us on this. Dude, check it. It's a global network. When you pick up the phone to report an online threat, whether you're only in Palm Springs, you end up face to face with a cop who patrols a comparatively opponent. Your cop will probably be a man." Yeah, I think we're gonna go through this and again see. Why did you do that? Why? They keep showing women in developing nations. You're trying to paint. You just shot the bottom of your boat out. Holy shit, dude. Triggered. Fucking lol. Holy shit. It's a fucking Apple product. Dutch law enforcement. They're trying to draw all these allusions to women in poor nations to try to pretend they don't mean themselves. Well, these big businesses, these will help small businesses. It'll help the small businesses. I'm thinking about that poor farmer who's got a. I know what you're doing. This is all about you. This whole report is about you, and you wish people wouldn't tell other people about you lying on the internet. That's not violence. You're shit. That woman must be watching Women as Rewards. Yeah, poor farmer. I got excited. It's hard to speak. Constant vigilance. Yeah, and then like child exploitation. Industry safeguard, yeah. Okay. YouTube. New filter that prevent users from seeing threatening messages. WhatsApp. Excuses. Are we gonna hear about fucking India again? Yeah, like in India! Why? Oh, yeah, by the way, did you know fucking WhatsApp in India is showing pornography, dude? You fucking believe that shit? Put in especially in India. Jesus shit. They have to recognize VOG as unlawful. Well, they can't recognize violence on the internet because it's not real. These are the people who wanted to redefine what sexism meant, and it is prejudice plus power. It's impossible to be sexist against men. Actually, I read a study that showed segregation really helps students in classrooms. Only good. Facebook accounts, kids on the internet. Yeah, if you're a parent, you should guard your child's asshole on the internet. Had his Facebook hacked. Put porn on his profile and sent vulgar sex messages. Was that violence to the man? Oh, it was violence to the friends and family because they were women. Private photos or a photo. The flaw was fixed within a day. These weren't violent though. Vulgar sexual messages. These weren't violence though. If it's a man, it's not violence. You fucking idiot. Nova Scotia. Terms of use. One line say. Okay. Harass map. Harass map. Any form of harassment. Anita once subtweeted a thing I said. I didn't even tag her. I just said, Anita, sure, Anita, and the Armenian genocide actually happened. Kind of like joking in her favor, because I saw another claim that they made against Anita, and I just thought it was funny that no matter what, they will say she's false. A lot of times she does lie, but like, some people go to whatever degree and say she's lying about a thing. I was shitting and I wrote it on the toilet, and then Sarah Nyberg complained about it first, and then I'm sure Sarah Nyberg forwarded it to the social violence community, and then Anita subtweeted and was like, without skipping a beat, as soon as they find out I'm not Jewish, they make fun of my Armenian ancestry or whatever, harass me about Armenia. That's harassment. But I actually got harassment because of that. A bunch of people dealt me out violence on the internet. So is that okay? Anita, you fucking idiot? Gender access, the gag. Women in tech. Okay, well, we've pretty much saw in this. She's looking. What phone is this? That's a new Samsung one, or okay, this is just like, we need women in the tech sector. Tech sex. He just hit Anita! Did you fucking see that? He hit her! I don't think Anita's really that bad. She just lies about everything. I don't think she's really a terrible person, but the literally who's otherwise are terrible people. I think Anita was keeping her distance until she saw that Zoe Quinn could get her some more recognition with important people. So then she's like, "Oh yeah, we're a sisterhood. We are the survivors of internet violence." Jonathan must be coming. Reflect interest from the critical discrepancy the need to decipher on the present gaps. Yeah, because men make technology, women will be ignored. Yep. More women into more the need to engage men. The Cisco men. Inclusion. It just sucks that they've polluted so many words that as soon as you see inclusion, you think it's just a bunch of fuck ups. Internet of Things. Terrorism. Again, they're saying the same things. We have to train law enforcement to understand how to react to violence on the internet. Who they really are. A lack of awareness I like that they've mentioned that a few times. Cyberbullying, for instance, may not be considered illegal, but it is violence still. Laws have, yeah, make the laws. I like that picture of the chick screaming at her computer. Language of laws against all the women in Cybervog. Cyber violence. It's okay to say it's not violence. You can say it's harassment or being mean to women on the internet, and it's still a thing that can matter. It's not fucking violence though. Maybe it's otherwise shit that doesn't actually matter. Just disagreement. Revenge porn. Like, that's a thing that matters. And raping people and making a video and, like, actually stalking people in reality. Even stalking people on internet to an extent. But just, like, if you block someone and they can still read your statuses, I don't know if that's stalking or just, like, you got tricked. You thinking you safe. This is no safe space. You're in the undernet now, baby. Okay, and then, again, we have to fucking make policies and treat our cops. Feminist principles on the internet. Here we go. Innovative, inclusive framework. Yeah, but what does this say about intersectionality? Once again, India is making a lot of strides forward. Okay, here's the wrap up. Eliminating cyber abuse and violence against women and reproduction online of offline harmful gender-based practices. Combat mindful performing against women as vehicles for systemic change. Framework. Shooters can be found in the computers, in the industry. Jesus Christ. At the UN, they must just... Like, senators and politicians have underlings that read shit like this for them, and often they don't even read them. No one in the office will have read a bunch of shit. Like, bills coming through, they just get the gist. Or not even that. It's just like, I don't fucking care, sign it. I don't think anyone fucking read this thing. I don't think anyone even wrote this thing. I don't think one person wrote this. I think, like, 8 people collaborated, and then, like, no one has read this whole document. Broad-based movement. Is that a pun for, like, women? Online offenses. Okay, this is the thing that says Pokemon is fucking killing, is training kids to kill. Mostly boys, men into killing zombies. Killing zombies. Mainstreaming violence. Violence has been mainstream for thousands of years, you fucking idiot. Like, passion plays in the Middle Ages. Well, even, like, Aristophanes and Sophocles and shit, they wrote plays about violence. There was violence everywhere. There's wars and shit. You'd probably die violently. Very few people died of old age. We're actually quite sensitized to violence, I think, you fucking idiot. A lot of people would kill their own meats and shit. Kill animals. Like, even just 60 years ago. It's actually remarkable that we don't see a lot of real-life violence at all. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. When social... Jesus Christ, you fucking... Okay, yeah, I think we want to move on to this. Afrohive? So, a lot of these citations don't fucking lead to anything. Social movement, with social movement condone and delegitimize the social practice, we got it. Of the creator? I don't know what that is. Is it a rules of nature? Okay, so bibliography, and then they start numbering it? Is that... Oh, they took the numbers out, because they didn't lead to anything. Oh, endnotes. Doxing, you didn't put 2 X's. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all these, but so many of these fucking go to nothing. Gender it. APC. Rules of nature. Stop porn culture. It's just weird that you think everything is a monolith. Women are a monolith, and porn is a monolith, and porn is by necessity taking advantage of women, and like men are a monolith, and they all act the same way against women who are a monolith, who are always victims, and never perp no crimes themselves. Facebook, yeah. So a lot of these don't even go anywhere. Why do some women need gender it? Globe scan. I think the real joy comes in the Endnoites, isn't it? Endnoites. Endnoit Shyamalan. Oh. Storify. Website. Just Storify? You fucking idiot? Or is it talking about, yeah, okay. And it's Steph Guthrie. Okay, okay. I encourage you to look up Stephanie Guthrie. She's a fuck up. She took a guy to court for disagreeing on Twitter. He, just Jessica West? Just we quote her, dude. Look her up. Find her. I don't know her number if you want to fucking ask her, but I'm not lying. A megalith. Please see, doxing. Where's the one that doesn't actually... Oh, did I miss the, I don't want to spoil it. Okay, look for file. There! It links to her fucking computer! Instead of... Oh, God, how could you fuck up... Okay, so she was looking at this in her Windows Explorer. She was in a rush, because I can believe these fuckers did this the night before it was due. In rural India, baseline survey. Look, it's this. You know, this is familiar to you, because you've looked at your Windows Explorer and looked in your hard drive, and you've seen things like this. Because this is a reference linking to the author's own fucking computer. This links to the author's fucking computer. Like, here's the things cited. They're links on the internet. And here's this file I downloaded on my fucking computer if you want to check that out. If you need it, it's in my fucking C drive in my downloads folder. You fucking idiot. You fucking primate. No one looked at this. Is that violence towards women? Okay, so one of these, it's like 72 and 75. There's just like nothing there. Men who operated revenge porn. Oh yeah, and yeah. Femicide is generally referred citron. Okay, so for the endnotes, you'd have to look at the big. Why wouldn't they just combine? Don't let it stand, dude. Serious? Page 4. Kovacs dropped that back in '86. C drive. Like, it's... You just harassed that one. Why'd you kill that woman? Just shank her. Just shank her. Where is it? Yeah, 72... I don't know. We'll do it on the day. 72, leave it for now. I'm working on 75. We'll put it in. Don't worry. We're not going to just leave them blank and submit it. I will get those in there. Okay, well, that's the whole stream. Thank you for accompanying me through this descent. Holy fuck. Program to kill. Oh yeah, one of these refers to like a Navy psychologist from 1998 saying that Pokemon is training children to kill. And it's an insane person. See, they do stuff like this. Like, we're helping women in the third world. They're getting fucked up by computer crimes. And really, they mean white people who live in San Francisco. People keep disagreeing with us. I want to watch the video of Nini's quotes. She's like, just that daily grind of saying, you suck, you're lying, really wears you down. It just sucks that you don't realize you suck and everyone knows you're lying. If Anita is not lying, where are the fucking videos? I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, that's it. I'm in love with my internet friends. I'm in love with my internet friends. And they are so effed. I'm so troubled by that. Okay, get out of here. How do you stop it? YouTube, leave! Jesus Christ.